it going, my fellow shinobi and samurai? I'm with the Ronin, with the headband. Yes, I know my hair is insane and no one wants to see my hair right now. It's too crazy. So I'm tying it up in a headband. I'm waiting to go to the hairstylist at some point. I'm hoping that's soon because my hair is a nightmare. You guys really don't want to see my hair. But that is not the point of this video today. No, we are talking about Ghost of Tsushima. Again, yes, that is my content. I don't know what else to do, so we're doing Ghost of Tsushima. Deal with it. About a week or two ago, we got a dedicated state of play dedicated just to Ghost of Tsushima. We got a 20-minute trailer out of it. We learned everything from story to gameplay mechanics and even customization, photo mode, samurai cinema, you name it, we pretty much got it. And as stated, the demo was only 20 minutes long, and we had a lot of burning questions that we wanted answered. Gave it a good old sucker punch. They went to Twitter and asked you guys what you guys wanted to know about the game. PlayStation Blog then wrote an article answering and highlighting a lot of these questions. So I'm going to be taking a look at the PlayStation Blog post and just kind of highlighting some of the questions that were answered. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. I'm just going to go to like the most important stuff, so I won't be highlighting like dynamic weather and difficulty, side quests, or anything like that, because we all know that. I'm gonna kind of focus on the stuff that we really wanted to know and some questions that were left unanswered after the presentation. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm actually gonna start this off with the big question. The elephant in the room. What the hell are those circles? So in the blog post, the Twitter user asks, what happens when you hit L2 and R2? What are the circles in the life bar? Then Fox responds, the air quote circles are Jin's resolve, which he uses to heal or to perform his most intense attacks. Players will have to make the tough tactical choice between healing or landing a crucial strike. And that's awesome, because that's actually very samurai, because I'm actually somewhat trained in Batoro, so the way a fight plays out, it's not as flashy as you see it on like some of those over-the-top movies or in Star Wars or stuff like that, but rather it's slow and quiet. You know, you're looking your opponent in the eye, waiting for them to make a move. And that ties into what this is. Like, do you go for the attack, or do you retreat and get your posture back, or give yourself a breather? And so I like how that's actually still very thematic, so I really like that. So one of the first things that PlayStation Blog asked was, are there different types of weapons apart from a sword, like axes and spears? And then Jason CONNELL answers, Jin's katana is a family heirloom and will be with him from the beginning to the end. As a lethal samurai, this is his main weapon in fighting against the invaders. The Sakai blade is something that will grow with Jin throughout his journey. As Jin grows into becoming this fierce samurai warrior known as the Ghost, so too will some of his abilities and tactics. Learn to use a bow for picking off enemies at a distance, or use throwable kunai and smoke bombs at close proximity. So, that's good. That's good. That was one of my questions I had, is are we going to have multiple weapons to choose from? Are we going to be able to use a spear, a naginata, any size, maybe a kusarigama? I'm kind of happy we're not going to focus too much on the other weapons. I don't really see how well that would really work in this instance either, because we are a samurai. Now, yeah, traditionally samurai used yari, or long spears, but this is kind of a fiction, so it's fine. But I'm excited to like get into those duels. Those duels are going to be fun. As for the next question from Twitter, it says, in the GIF, Jin's playing a flute, so I automatically assume that's something you can do while you're on your travels, right? Nate Fox then responds, you can play the flute whenever you like. It's the perfect way to create a serene moment and take in the view. I really like this. I really like how you can literally just stop the game, just kind of sit there and do nothing, and then just play a flute. And I love that. That is so cool. I wonder how many songs you can play. Are we gonna have like a playlist like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag? That'd be awesome! So then this question talks about the guiding wind and how the mechanic came up. So the question is, at what point did you guys come up with the wind as a guiding mechanic? It's really unique and gorgeous, but I'm sure it didn't come easily. Then Jason CONNELL answers, fortunately for us, one of the earliest art direction goals was to incorporate wind and a sense of movement in everything possible. It both had historical connections as well as film reference overlap. A couple years into production, the game started to look stunning, and we wanted to create a way to keep people in the world. Since we had achieved those early art goals and the wind was visually striking, we decided to see if it could actually point you to a new location. It totally worked. We've refined it a bunch since then and expanded on it as an exploration tool to not only bring you to your next tracked location or objective, but also help you find hidden collectibles if desired. And that's awesome. This guiding wind is probably the most creative and thematic way to get around those compasses and those mini-maps. And I really appreciate the fact that the heads-up display in the game is not present until it's needed. It's so simple, but so powerful. Next question actually makes me wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. Okay. I'm saying it now, I'm wrong. Go ahead, yell at me in the comments. I know, I was wrong. Sort of. We're gonna get to that. But this next question says, does choosing to fight like a samurai or like a ghost/ninja have consequences? Was thinking it might be like the good-evil karma system. He's referencing Infamous. Then Fox says, there is no karma system. There's one story we're telling here. One journey for Jin. As for the player making a choice, we want to be clear that there isn't a binary choice for the player. It's more about the player having freedom to play through any encounter in the style they prefer and wearing whichever armor they prefer. Mixing and matching pieces of different armor sets, your actions also aren't limited by your armor. For example, you may have seen that the standoff prompt appeared even in the ghost section. You can still use tools like smoke bombs even if you're wearing samurai armor. As we showed in the state of play, that one scenario with the shipyard played out very differently based on how the player approached the situation. Jin begins as a samurai, strong in sword combat. As he develops more ways of fighting, he becomes to be known as the Ghost, but he never loses his skills with his sword. This is a story of Jin growing to become a new kind of warrior, who uses every weapon he has to save his home. No matter what your preferred means of attack, be it swords or stealth, the legend of the Ghost will grow. And this is where I'm sort of right. So if you guys remember, initially I said that we were gonna have a karma system. It was gonna be, we either play as the samurai or play as the ghost. And then I derailed a little bit and said it may not be that case. However you play is going to influence that karma system. For instance, when you fight like a samurai, you're gonna influence the samurai skill tree. If you play as the ghost, you're gonna play more stealth-like. You're gonna influence the ghost skill tree. Stuff like that. So I'm not right on that. However, in my recent video, I did say that it's not about choosing which way you want to go, but rather analyzing your situation and choosing your approach. And that seems to be what he just confirmed right there. The next question asks, will it feature different endings based on the fighting style the players use more often, samurai or ghost? Then Fox responds, the game tells the human story about Jin's sacrifice to become the ghost. Players can choose to primarily fight with a sword, bow, or stealth. Either way, Jin becomes a legend to the people of Tsushima, and a terror to the Mongol invaders. That goes back to what I was kind of saying, how this is just going to be a story set in stone, and the ghost meter, I guess it's going to be based on how fast we do it. I don't know if that's going to be a contributor, but again, it just verifies it's all about the approach. However you want to do it, it's your game, you decide what happens. So here's a very interesting one. It talks about the length of the game, and I find this very interesting. So it's a typical question, how long is the game? And then Fox answers, always a hard/impossible question to answer for an open world game. Players should expect a scope that's markedly, I think that's the right word, markedly larger than our previous work for certain. If you're the type who will occasionally get distracted by something in the distance, me, or nearby commotion, you're going to find a world that you can get lost in and spend dozens of hours in. Take my money! Take my money now! You already got my money. I already paid off my collector's edition. I don't know why. No, I'm giving you more money! Take my money! But there are also players who really only want to focus on the main story, and they can certainly play and enjoy the game a ton, though they'll get to the end of the story a bit faster. Let's put it another way. Most of our playtesters would spend a full week on Ghost and not finish the storyline. I like how that sounds. I like that. That's good. I want to get lost in this for months, a year. I'm ready to put all 350 hours into this game. I'm just ready. We know everyone wants a number, but we're confident to say that if you want a satisfying story in a big, content-rich world with lots to do and see and lots of characters to get to know, you'll find what you're looking for in Ghost of Tsushima. And that is awesome. I really like how he put it. I don't like it when game developers come out and give us like a straight number, especially for like an open world game, because there's so much you can do. I like how Sucker Punch is coming out and just saying it depends. Like, are you one to get distracted? Are you one to just do the story? We don't want to give you a definite number because it'll kind of take away from the overall experience. And I agree with him, because this is a game you want to get lost in, especially if you're into samurai film or even westerns, because let's be honest, the samurai film was just the Eastern version of our westerns. It was the Japanese cowboy film. But yeah, I can't wait to get lost in this world. This is going to be a game I play for hours and hours and hours on end, and that's actually going to segue into a small portion I want to talk about with the GameSpot interview. So he talked about how he wants to, this is a game he's wanted to make for a really long time, especially after Infamous. So the interviewer asks, you mentioned there that it's the game that you wanted to make. You can see the DNA of Sucker Punch in Tsushima, but the historical focus is very different for the studio. How did you reach that point? So then Fox responds, right, so I'm reading Usagi Yojimbo, and it's this big collection of stories about a samurai who wanders feudal Japan, walks into town, and uses his wits and the edge of his sword to solve problems. I thought, man, this would be a dynamite thing. Move forward in time, we make the Infamous series. We get done, and we're looking for something else to do. And the whole time I've been thinking, how come nobody's made a wandering samurai game? That is my favorite quote. Little bit of a story. When I was in high school, I played Soul Calibur 5 religiously with my friend. And I made Mitsurugi. I created a bunch of characters off of his style. And my friend and I just started bouncing a lot of just character ideas around. And wow, how cool would it be to have a game set in Japanese mythology and folklore, or Japanese history, or both? Then this gets announced, and I'm like, damn it! Get out of my head! But no, it's all good. I'm so glad that you guys decided to make this game. I am extremely happy, because this is a game I have been missing my entire life. And this game, this is gonna sound really weird, this game will complete me as a gamer. This has everything I could ask for. Large open world, really cool combat, options, as in like I can either approach with a full-on attack or I can approach with stealth. It's got the Japanese theme. It's influenced by frickin' Jidaigeki, which is samurai films. I could not be more happy. And by my favorite game developer. I have followed Sucker Punch for years. I played all the Sly games. I've played and platinumed all the Infamous games. And I plan to platinum this. I'm getting the collector's edition to this. When I say I'm stoked, you guys don't understand. I am ecstatic. This is going to be my game. I'm probably never gonna need another game in my life. I could probably survive with just this game. That's how excited I am. Okay, got off on a little tangent there, but I'm gonna continue the reading. And then he says, and now we're looking for something to do. So it's something that I personally got very excited about because it was the game that I had been waiting for a long time to see in the world. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you, Mr. Fox. You made my dream come true, man. But that is going to do it for this Ghost of Tsushima video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have more Ghost of Tsushima content on the way. I'm currently working on some projects right now, so stay tuned to those. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like it, because that helps me out a lot. And consider subscribing. Join the Ronin army. We're growing slowly, but hey, we're growing. That's something. And if you want to get notified, subscribing is the best way to let you know that I put out a new video. So, I want to know what you guys are thinking about Ghost of Tsushima. Are you guys excited? Do you still have questions about the game? I'm ecstatic. I can't wait. I can't wait to actually finally play this game. I'm probably going to stream it the first day it comes out after my unboxing. So, stay tuned to that. But until next video, thank you guys for watching, and I'll check you guys next time. Game on.